apprehend the individuals. The other night, we spotted one of the vehicles that were stolen from a different offense. We attempted to stop it. The individuals were actually getting out of the vehicle to possibly break into some other homes. While we did so, they sped off. We went after them. They were able to elude us. However, the other morning, our officers, through some investigatory means, were able to locate them. We did a little surveillance. Through that surveillance, we were able to effect the arrest of 2 of the 3 individuals mentioned. Those individuals being an Isaac Joseph Munez and a Keyshawn Christopher Bird. The 3rd subject was actually, on a separate occasion, was apprehended by another sheriff's office, and his name being Nelson Gomez Perez. On a separate offense, he was actually located with the stolen motor vehicle we were looking for. Through that, Mr. Keyshawn Bird received a $300,000 bond, and Mr. Isaac Munez received a $2 million bond. Currently, as this investigation continues, we have 17 counts of burglary, 67 counts of breaking and entering motor vehicle, 8 counts of larceny of motor vehicles where they stole them from the houses, some damage to property charges. We have 9 counts of larceny of firearms, and also a count of larceny ammunition. Throughout this event, we continue to try to we communicate it with the public, just reminding folks to lock your vehicle doors, because a lot of these offenses occurred when the vehicle doors were actually unlocked. They would make entry into the car. They would then hit the garage door opener to go into the garage, where we had a lot of luxury vehicles being stolen, and from what we can tell, just taken for a joyride and being dumped in different locations within the county and also in the city of Durham. So just reminding folks to continue to lock your car doors, make sure if you do have anything out in the open, because we had several weapons, computers, and electronics sitting out in the open, just to remind folks, take it inside. Don't leave it in your car out in the driveway for anybody to come by. And that's pretty much it. Yes, sir.
So there again, this is even in the midst of being short-staffed, as we are and every other law enforcement agency in this county and throughout the state and nation. That's never going to be an excuse to making sure that we're serving and protecting this county. It's a combined effort of this office. You've got members of our criminal investigative division, tactical operation division, impact traffic team, crash reduction team. We have our crime analysis folks behind here who are crunching the numbers and doing the stat work involving the incidents that were being reported and occurring up there. And so put it all together, we continue to beat the bushes, so to speak, out there all night long in the middle of the morning, looking for these individuals, resourcing manpower, changing the schedules that we currently have to make sure that we were meeting the need of trying to get the resources out there to bring these individuals to justice. So it's a very great day in this office in this county. It is a message that we will, even in the midst of short staff, we're going to continue to serve and protect this county regardless. And so we're very, very excited to be able to let our citizens know that these individuals are off the streets, and there is further investigation to determine to see if there are any other individuals or subjects that are involved. We're going to be after them as well. So thank you for coming out today. Take any questions that you have.
Yeah. In a previous press release, you mentioned that there were dozens of firearms stolen there in the northern Wayne County area. Were there fewer firearms as a result of, I believe I heard 9 counts of...
We believe that some of them were taken in some crime and some break-ins in other jurisdictions, other counties that were just located at the time that they were located.
Okay. So fewer firearms than initially expected were stolen as part of the case.
From Wayne County, yes.
And would you say a lot of luxury vehicles, you know an estimate or a number?
I know at least 2 to 3 of them. One was BMW, one was Ferrari. And so it looks like these individuals just kind of had a taste for for those type of vehicles, and unfortunately, you know, were some of the type of vehicles that they were locating up there that were actually being secured inside the garages, but the access came available to them, but breaking into the vehicles outside the garage and finding the garage door opening up garage where some of these more expensive vehicles were being stored inside the garage.
Follow up to that, what would you tell people, you know, that had their, you know, their cars in the garage and they felt like they were doing enough to secure their vehicle when it comes to situations like this?
Well, it's very unfortunate that you can have your property without it being disturbed by people who choose to commit these type of crimes. But everything's a learning experience, and my suggestion would be to, in looking at what we've dealt with and how it's being done, that we make the adjustments. I would, if I were a resident out there and these things were happening, I would no longer leave my garage door open in a vehicle, and that's unfortunate. But I mean, this is where we are now, and that was the mode of operandi for these individuals. So it gave them access to the interior of the garage. So it's just something to think about. I mean, it's a choice that you have to make, but it certainly would not be a bad idea if you're parking one of your vehicles outside of the garage, to make sure that you don't take your, you know, when you unlock it and lock it with the keys, take the garage door inside, because it's just another safety measure to keep that from happening. As well as weapons and anything of value to take it on inside. And you shouldn't have to worry about it, but we're living in times where, you know, these things can happen. You have people who choose to not go and work for the things that, like we do, and they rather come and commit those crimes to obtain them illegally.
Do we have a sense whether these three men have any kind of criminal record, any history of committing other crimes like this?
We're looking at that now. I'm unable to speak on it. I'm not going to say probably, but I'd like to be sure, so I can't speak on that right now. But
Possibly more people are involved, or were
could
involved?
possibly be. We're looking into that. We're looking into it. Again, you know, this has been going on for a month or so in different areas, but primarily up in northern Wake County and then surrounding counties and jurisdictions as well.
Are they from? I see two of them are from Durham. Okay, so they're from there.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
All right. Any questions for anyone else, Sergeant? Anyone? We're good? Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you so much.